So today we're talking about Oppenheimer. If you haven't seen the movie, please go and watch it and then let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that IMAX makes a difference or just yes? We cannot talk about Oppenheimer without talking about IMAX. Okay, so what is IMAX exactly?
People think IMAX is just about a bigger screen size.
It's a brand. But to be more specific, it's a 15 peripheral 65mm film horizontal 18K. So that's a lot of pixels. So basically it has more pixels and it's a bigger image. Cristopher Nolan said that he used it because he wanted the audience to feel immersed and captivated by the picture. Because he wants the theater to come back. Nowadays we're just on a streaming services watching everything. So maybe that's his way of saying go and watch it in an actual theater because that's where everything began.
Did you have a Communist Party membership card?
To me personally, I don't think that watching in a theater in IMAX makes a difference. You can totally feel the exact same way in your house, in your home, watching the movie than in the theater. But if we're talking about audio, if we're talking about the music and the soundtrack, that makes a difference. You can have a small TV or a big TV, but if you have good speakers, that's a game changer. The soundtrack in this movie was made with hardcore violins, fat synthesizers, and you can feel how the tempo grows and moves faster and faster with every bowing of the violins. Every stroke feels desperate, and then they go faster and faster, and that's when you feel immersed with the face of Cillian Murphy having to go all through the story.
Too many compartmentalization was supposed to be the protocol.
We were in a race against the Nazis.
Now the race.
In every moment in the movie, you can sense a feeling of isolation. The lights are very strong. The shadows are not soft. They're really hard on the skin of the characters. It's like you're seeing a day-by-day person living their life before the creation of the atomic bomb and all the work that he has to do to group of all the scientists to make it. We see a lonely man. We see a lonely man with big ideas, a sense of selfishness and greed, but you can also see kind of a sentimental sensation in the way he moves, in the way he talks. He's almost like a poet of science. He starts talking about how just theory is not always right. You have to do the things to actually make a difference and actually make the theory come true, come to life. And then it gets very interesting because you start seeing how his character evolves and unfolds in your eyes in every aspect. Maybe the things that he laughs, or maybe the things that he say to the people he loves, and that makes you feel a sensation of intellectual talent. I think my favorite part of the movie was when everybody gathers around right after they finish the atomic bomb and they actually succeed and they hear the news about it and all the sound becomes to none, and then you start feeling that connection with Cillian Murphy in his total isolation and steps hitting the floor, and then you start feeling like something's wrong. People start on a catharsis. Some are crying, some are worried, some are vomiting, and I think that was the best part when you can relate to something like that, because sometimes we are outside with people. I don't know about you, but for me it's like I'm not very good at starting conversations with people. I try my best, but when there's something important we have to do, that we have to perform in front of others or something, you start feeling like this sensation of anxiousness, and this thoughts comes to your mind, and you start saying, I have to do it. What happens if it goes wrong? What happens if I don't achieve the goal that I want to? What happens if I freeze in the right moment and I can't do it? And I think that's exactly what Cristopher Nolan wanted you to see and feel in that moment, in that scene, with everything that's happened around and how heavy weighted the results of the success was for him. Photography wise, I don't think there's something innovative. There's nothing wild, like some crazy camera angle. It's mostly dialogue, but the magic of it is you don't get bored. You think only dialogue will be tired, but Matt Damon, the way he speaks to Cillian Murphy in the moments where he has to do the work, he has to find the people to make it work, and it's like a fast-pacing scene. You start to question, okay, what's happening here? You start to feel like, okay, something is on the move, something is going towards something big, and they make you feel that. They make you feel that through the music, through the screen. Especially you can see and feel the selfishness of Oppenheimer with his work, his greediness, his way of treating people, his way of relate to others, his way of manipulating how other scientists view the project. And there's one moment when somebody tells him, you can make somebody believe what you want, even yourself, or something like that. And I think that is what caused all the story to dissolve in this big project of mankind fighting on this Second World War. Did you enjoy the video? Let me know in the comments what you liked about the movie if you watch it. If there's a movie that you want me to talk about, we can do that. Please subscribe to the channel. That will help me a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.